I was around 20 years old when I started moving away from that Christianity. I first started off as a Satanist, but that didn't really fit with me because I know there's spirits. So Luciferianism is what kind of I fit into more. Majority of my homeboys are Catholics. Some of them are Christians. I couldn't tell you what they actually think about me, but I know when they first hear about it, I'm pretty sure they think about baby sacrificing or animal sacrificing, all that rumor that's been going on, that's been spread from Christianity, which is nothing but rumors.
We got Chino from Toonerville. Chino, thank you for coming through today.
Thank you for having me here. It's a privilege to be over here.
Likewise, man. It's your story is a remarkable story. As a child, you were severely beaten by your father. He was super abusive and violent. Why do you think he was so violent to you and your mother?
You know, I have no idea. I don't know if he was abused as a kid himself or what it was. I just know that he was violent towards us.
Yeah, and your parents, they immigrated from Korea.
Yes, sir.
And when they first touched down, they came to MacArthur Park, right? Your grandmother lived out there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then when did you move to the Atwater Village area?
It was about a few years after that.
Can you explain the demographics in the Atwater Village area? Was it predominantly Latino?
Predominantly Latinos, Mexicans. There were some Filipinos, but they were mostly on the other side of Atwater, not the part that I grew up at.
And did the Latino kids, did they embrace you or did they kind of pick on you? Or
No, I was pretty much embraced. A lot of my friends were Mexicans or Central Americans.
And when did you officially get put on Toonerville?
That was when I was 15 years old. I was out on the streets most of my teenage years because home was the last place I wanted to be at because of all the abuse that was going on.
You know, a lot of people don't understand why we're drawn to gangs as kids, but it makes sense if you understand that a lot of your fellow Toonerville homeboys were also from the similar backdrop, correct?
Yes, sir. We all come from a broken family. You know, a lot of my homeboys, they grew up without dads, or, you know, there's some that seen their dad commit suicide before their eyes. Mothers that didn't like them for whatever reason it was. Yeah, we all come from a broken family where, you know, we joined the gang. That became our second family.
And Toonerville is a notorious gang in the Northeast LA section of Los Angeles. It's across the freeway from, you know, Dodger Stadium, Elysian Park, Atwater Village. And you had several factions out there, namely Frogtown, Rascals, Los Avenues.
Yes, sir. I mean, the whole Northeast Los Angeles, it was a big battlefield. You know, there was gunplays all the time. You know, you had to watch your back. You had to be strapped back then. My neighborhood, there's a lot of dead ends. If you don't really know how to go about my neighborhood, you're gonna end up in one of those dead ends, and you're gonna end up getting killed.
Toonerville was known, and I remember this through news reports, Toonerville was known as being heavily structured. You guys had lookouts, people that posted up on certain corners would tip off the homeboys of law enforcement or rivals coming through.
Yeah, we had it pretty sold up. You know, we were all strapped. We had police scanners on us, Nextel walkie-talkies. Even our enemies, they would tell us when we get busted that, hey man, it's hard to put in work on you guys because you guys got it so structured, you know?
So you spent most of your days just on the block, basically.
Basically on the block, strapped, waiting for something to happen.
At the time, was that nerve-wracking to you? Were you in a state of constant paranoia, or did you like the thrill?
No, I loved the thrill of it. It was a high that I got that no drug could, replace. It was just a high on its own.
So you were definitely, you knew what you were signing up for when you did it.
Yeah.
You did some juvie time. Did you do some wayside time?
Yeah, the LA County Jail. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've done some time in LA County Jail, mostly for fighting court cases.
Break that case down to us. I know you were partying, you were doing some drugs, right? You got in Escante a little bit. Mm-hmm. You were drinking, and the homie said, "Hey, let's go put in some work."
I went with my homeboys that day. Yeah, there was a big party in the neighborhood. Me and some of my road dogs decided to go out and look for some enemies. We ended up catching some enemies out in front of Jack in the Box. We did our thing, took their cars, and that was pretty much it. There were 4 victims at that time. They all made a police statement against me and my homeboys. There was me and 2 other crimies that were fighting that case at the time. We ended up getting a hold of some paperwork with all their info. We ended up getting one of their homeboys that to get at them, because they were about to come to court and testify against us. The guy ended up talking to their dad, and their dad actually was I guess he was a corrupted dude, and he was telling him that, my sons are not gonna come to court. I want that guy myself, basically threatening my life. Not too long after, his dad ended up getting shot up, and that, I guess, scared them, and case was dismissed.
So the DA was probably furious.
Oh, they were pissed. Yeah.
Because they had you dead to rights, right?
The cops that got me that day, yeah, they thought they had me.
So when you get out of county, do you go right back to the streets and hit it hard, or do you kind of pump your brakes a little bit?
No, I'm right back in the streets, going even harder.
And then how long do you stay out?
I was out maybe a couple months till I got busted again.
And what'd you get busted for on that second go around?
The second time I got busted, the cops ended up beating me. This was right after that 4th of July shooting that came out. It was real big. There was a lawsuit against LAPD because they ended up shooting one of my homeboys in the back. But anyhow, yeah, they ended up beating me that day. Supposedly got me with the gun, but they let me go with it. And I was just busted for a parole violation. But
they gave you a pretty savage beating, huh?
Yeah.
And was that crash unit, or was that just...
That was crash unit, yeah.
Chino, I can't help but notice that upside down cross that you wear around your neck. Is there a meaning behind that? Is that like a satanic thing, or?
It's basically represents the left-hand path, which is Luciferianism. Satanism has to do with the left-hand path also. It's basically saying that we're anti-slave mentality.
Do you consider yourself a Satanist, or?
I'm a Luciferian.
A Luciferian.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I mean, I only have a negative connotation of what Lucifer is. I think of this horned beast that's represents evil, I guess. Is that a mischaracterization of how you interpret that?
That's just rumors that's been spread from people of the right-hand path. People of the right-hand path basically are Christians, Judaism, Muslims, Abrahamic religions. Those are rumors that's been spread from them, especially Christianity. It's nothing to do with evil. It's just, we don't believe that there's a devil. Like Satanists. They're basically atheist people. They don't believe in Satan or God. They're just atheists. Luciferianism is a little different. We do believe in spirituality, but we don't bow down to any gods. We believe that we are our own God. We do witchcraft, stuff like that, but it's more towards trying to better ourselves. It's not like, you know, what everybody thinks, like we're trying to harm others all the time. It's just something evil. It ain't nothing like that. We believe that we are our own gods. We don't bow down to any other gods. We believe that that's a slave mentality. And we're basically, to break away from slave mentality. And that's what the right-hand path religions teach you. That you are lower than God, that you need God in your life. You're nothing without him. And if you disobey him, you're just gonna end up in hell, or, you know, bad things are gonna happen to you.
But do you worship Lucifer?
I don't worship, no.
Okay, so
No.
you don't even consider Lucifer a god?
I don't believe
okay.
that Lucifer has a deity, no.
Do you believe in the God of creation?
I believe in energy, energy around the world that balances this world. When you look at the Baphomet, that's what that basically is. It's a half animal, half human, half female, half male. It's a balance of everything in this world.
But what about some of Jesus's principles that, like, for example, thou shalt not kill? What about turn the other cheek?
That's something that we don't agree upon. If somebody strikes you, you need to strike back. If you're gonna stand down to a bully, they're gonna keep bullying you. But if you strike back, that bully's gonna think twice next time.
So a lot of the things that Christianity and the Abrahamic religions believe in, you also believe in some of those things. The only differential is you believe you are God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I come from a Christian background. A lot of my family members are Christians. My mom was a Christian. My grandma was a hardcore Christian. And I was a Christian myself for the first 18 years of my life. But I always questioned things. You look at this Yahweh character, and he's supposed to be this all-knowing God that doesn't make any mistakes. Well, all he does is make mistakes. It's the humans that pay for it. I mean, when you look at the Bible, how many people did the devil really kill? Or Satan really kill? Because I can't think of one. When you look at the Yahweh character, how many people has he killed?
Have you ever seen a demon or a spirit or something you couldn't explain? That
I never actually seen spirits or demons or anything like that. I had weird things happen before. After the witchcraft ritual, because it takes a lot of energy out of you when you're doing witchcraft. You're putting a lot of energy into this, and you kind of get drained. After this, I was sitting on my couch, drained from what I did, and I just seen a cup moving around on my coffee table. I first thought it was like some liquid under, like some water or something underneath that cup, and I thought it was like a wind that was blowing it or something. And then when I touched the coffee table, there was nothing there. There was no water or anything. Kind of blew on the cup to see if it was gonna move. That thing wasn't moving for anything. So it wasn't the wind, it wasn't no liquid. It was, something spiritual, I guess.
That's what trips me out. Don't you worry you might be bringing in some demonic or evil spirits when you play with witchcraft? Do you think that has the possibility of doing that?
No, we try to protect ourselves by burning sages, burning incense to keep bad spirits away.
So you're comfortable doing it? You don't feel like you'll summon some kind of demon or something trippy
No.
that causes havoc in your life?
No.
Did you study the Bible at all?
Yeah, I actually know a lot about the Bible, and that's what kind of turned me off about the Bible, because it talks a lot about misogynistic stuff, making a woman feel like they're just down there, and this is our mothers and our sisters and our daughters that this Bible is talking about. And just all throughout the Bible, it talks about this misogynistic thing. It talks about basically slave mentality.
Do you find yourself being anti-Christian?
A lot of Christian, yeah. I'm anti-Christian, yeah. But not like I said, you could be Christian, but I get along with you fine. Like I said, a lot of my homeboys are Christians and Catholics. It's just the teachings of Christianity that I don't agree with.
But you agree with the fact that we should love each other, right? We should,
Yeah.
right.
We should love those that deserve your loving, not to waste your love on an ingrate.
If you are indeed a God, can you take credit for this?
No, I'm my own God. I'm not saying I'm the God. I'm my own God. I didn't create all this whole, earth or the world,
Who did?
Like I said, I just believe in energy of this world. Maybe, I don't know how the world became about.
But don't you find humility in just existing, that you're, at any given moment, your life you could be off planet at any moment in time, that this is a precious gift, life?
That's why I live for today and, get as much as I can with this one life that I have.
Do you believe in an afterlife?
I don't know what's gonna happen after. I mean, there's no proof of any of that, so I couldn't tell you. I sure don't believe in heaven or hell.
You don't believe that you can go to heaven, or if you do bad, you can go into a...
No, I don't believe that, no.
We could conduct ourselves however we want as absolute maniac barbarians, and there's no consequence in the afterlife.
Maybe that's where reincarnation comes into place and you become some roach or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You end up crawling on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like it works for you, I guess, right?
Yeah.
This belief system.
Works for me.
And you don't wish harm on other people.
I don't wish no harm on anybody, no.
Do you find yourself praying to Lucifer sometimes, or no?
No, I don't believe Lucifer as a deity, no.
So what is Lucifer in a sense?
Lucifer is just a symbolism.
It's symbolism, okay.
Yeah. Of the character of Lucifer. What is Lucifer? Lucifer is a morning star, the light bringer. The person that gives you the knowledge.
So you don't think of Lucifer as a fallen angel?
I don't believe in the existence of Lucifer.
The term Luciferian is ingrained in, I think, all of us, to think evil, to think Antichrist, to think all things bad.
Yeah, like I said, those are all just rumors, man. All rumors that's been spread. And it's crazy, you look at the history of Christianity and the things that they've done. Like when Hernan Cortez went and invaded the Aztecs. They thought that these people were gods and they were, basically worshiping them, giving them food, giving them their women, but in return they basically raped, pillaged, and killed all those people because of the different beliefs that they had.
And you feel Cortez did that in the name of God?
That's exactly what they did in the name of God. Do you see Satanists doing stuff like that, or Luciferians doing stuff like that?
What about all these missing kids that you see in the news, and this endochrome where they cut the kids' throats and they drink the blood? Is that might, I mean, have you heard of that stuff?
I heard of something like that about the elites, the rich doing stuff like that. I don't know if it's true, but yeah, I have no idea. But that's not in the name of Satan or Luciferianism or anything like that.
Where did you learn a lot of these witchcraft
books?
So you're very well read on the subject. What other misconceptions do you feel that Luciferians get a bad rap on?
Just that we worship the devil, that we're evil.
A lot of people will probably light up the comment boards and say, hey, Chino, the absence of God in your life makes you evil. What is your reply to someone who would say that?
Why would it make me evil, though? What is evil, really? Because I don't believe in evil, the existence of evil, actually. I mean, there's good or bad, I understand that, but I don't think evil or holy.
But if you caused pain to someone that didn't deserve it for just no reason at all,
something that would be bad.
You'd have this sense of guilt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think that sense of guilt comes from, that law that's written on your heart of good and evil? Do you think that's just ingrained in humanity, or is it a learned behavior?
I think it's just ingrained in humanity.
So if we were left without any laws or any consciousness or feeling of remorse, this world might look a lot different. We might be tearing each other apart.
Probably not, because of all the stuff that's been fed to us since we were young. That's bad, that's evil, you know?
Chino, I mean, you've been through a lot, man, in your life. You grew up in an abusive household. You've been to jail. You've done the gangbanging thing. It's nice to see you've turned your life around as a union guy, man, and you're doing well. You're making good money, and you do have a daughter,
Yes.
a little daughter. How are you going to raise her in terms of her faith path? Are you going to allow her to explore what faith works for her?
Yeah, whatever she feels, you know, comfortable with, whatever works for her.
Right on, man. What are your plans now? Are you going to write a book? I know you've done some media, very little media. Are you going to do some more?
Maybe so, you know, if it presents itself. Writing a book, I haven't really thought about it yet, but maybe so in the future.
Are you a guy that goes out a lot, or are you more of a homebody? Do you chill out at the pad, or?
Sometimes I chill at the pad. I do a lot of bike riding though.
Do you drink at all, or?
No, I don't drink because I have gout, and that thing really affects me. I used to drink a lot back then. I used to drink like almost every day, but now that I'm older, that gout like hits me pretty bad. And you know, especially this past couple of days since it's been so cold, it's been getting me.
Where does it hit you, in your big toe?
My toe, my ankle, my knee, my fingers, everywhere.
One of our producers mentioned, obviously, you stay away from pork, turkey. I think different meats have different problems. Like, have you moved to more of a vegetable diet, or?
Actually, my diet doesn't really have to affects me as much. It's just when I drink. I know when I drink, the next day I'll get gout for sure. Weather triggers it, but not with diet.
Not with diet, yeah. So you maintain a pretty clean lifestyle right now, and you've kicked the drugs. Was it hard to kick drugs? Because you were doing heroin, bro. A lot of people can't get that monkey off their back. How'd you do it?
I just got sick of it at the end. That's how I kicked all of my habits. It's just one day I'll just get so sick of it where I just completely stopped, just cold turkey.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired, huh?
Yeah. That's how I quit meth. That's how I quit smoking. That's why I quit heroin.
Good for you, Chino. That's a good thing, man. How can our audience tap in with you? Do you have like a social media presence, or?
Well, I got TikTok and Instagram. I go by Hockey Mask. That's what, this is.
What's your handle? Hockey Mask 13, is that?
Hockey Mask 13, yeah.
Okay, that's for TikTok, Insta, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And for our audience at home, the reason you like the hockey mask is because your name is Jason. Your government name is Jason. So
my name is Jason, and he's my boy.
He's your boy, man.
Yeah, and he represents 13.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Chino, thank you so much for coming through today. We appreciate you sharing your story, man, and we wish the best of luck and love to you, bro.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a privilege.